It is time to wind a bobbin on this JC Penney model 6050. This is a Taiwan made machine, and I've tried winding bobbins on this a few times, and it has a pretty complicated bobbin winding path, but only if you try to go from the spool pin straight to the winding button instead of following the idea that you would unthread the machine to wind a bobbin. So there are two guides here, one on the winding button bracket here, one on the front of the machine, and then to wind the bobbin you come back around the tension button for winding and go over to the winder. And this has the snap over hand clutch in the end wheel. And works like so. And I've tried just winding on this button, but it always pops off. It needs to come around and do this full loop to stay on the tensioner to properly wind the button, or wind the bobbin. I'm going to thread the JC Penney 6050 here. It's got a thread guide on the back, underneath the winding button for the bobbin, thread guide on the front. The tensioner, it has a lift position for the foot, and then you need to push the lift lever a little bit more to open the tensioner discs. That's actually pretty convenient if you want to turn a lot, because you don't want to lose your top tension when you're moving your work. But it goes out around the outside, comes up under the spring, over the finger on the front of the tensioner, and then through the take-up arm. And then I opened the door here because there's a thread guide inside the door that is much easier to get with the door open, right here. There's another thread guide on the bottom of the door that is easier to get with the door open. Those two are curlicues, and they're twisted the opposite direction of each other, so they can be a bit tricky to get these two. And then there's a thread guide on the side of the needle bar clamp, and the machine threads from the outside in, like so. It's a side load class 15, so your bobbin case, you want your bobbin to unroll clockwise, come out underneath the spring here, and then slips in on the side and locks in place. And I always tug my tail a little bit to make sure that it's locked. And then rotate the machine to bring our lower thread up, and I guess tighten the clamping screw for the foot so that it doesn't drop like that.